We end up exploring Shibuya. Shibuya was like super cool. Like it's somewhere I'd been again, in 2019, and it was like a great way to introduce myself back into how Tokyo and the rest of Japan was really gonna be. We end up taking the train, and you come out the building, and you get to see the statue of the dog, and it's so cool, and everything's so big and grand. It's so exciting. Like it's mental how the size of everything actually is, the busyness. But one thing I found, and it's one thing I still miss so much about Japan, even though it's busy, everyone's got intention. Everyone walks with intention. There's no silliness. There's no people loitering or being in the way. And it works so goddamn well, and I love it so much. So Shibuya was a great start. We end up exploring that area so much, and we start off by going to the park, and probably the smartest thing to do. Like comparing that, I was like, freaking out so much. It's nice to a park, and the park's very famous for apparently a film where the guy cleans toilets. I don't know the film, beyond me, but I will tell you one thing, it was such a cool place. Like, it was nice. We saw some dragonflies, and in UK we see a lot of blue dragonflies. Over there I saw a lot of red ones, and that's quite cool. We did have issues with the camera, but I ended up walking around just really chilled, really nice vibes, very easy, nice energy. I love that, I like the chillness of that. It was amazing to have this busy city with so much going on, and was so beautiful. I loved it. And you can see from like the videos and pictures like how beautiful it really was and how healing it was. On the way back I did find a little Pokemon card. It was a Japanese Absol, and that's kind of cool. I'll come back later to that one. I'll come back to that in another video. But this is where it started. There, see where we walked back, and yeah, we loved that part. Loved that park. We ended up going to the Gachapon, and it's so cool to be able to spend some time in the Gachapon place. Like, I never had the chance to, see all these Gachapons, and I thought it was really special until you realise that everywhere, like every single place, had these shop size, multiple floors of Gachapon, which I didn't realise it's so popular. And I didn't realise how cheap it was. If you consider, in the UK, Bandai Namco's got a couple, and you're paying like £6 for little keychains and charms, which, we kind of over here, we accept that's what the cost is. Over there, it's like £2, and that's the way it should be. It's only a little charm. It's only little things. It's like, it's nice to see a bit of that. Indulge a bit in those, and we did indulge a bit more than that in this. On the way back, we end up kind of going to the Pokemon Center in Shibuya, which was a bucket list thing. We saw a feature from someone from Pokemon Company. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's Masuda, but I haven't got the picture here. No, I'm using my phone's pictures to jog my brain. But yeah, it was such cool vibes there, Like, I quite enjoyed seeing all this. I was still adjusting to it all, okay? So, I wasn't able to appreciate it the way I wish I could, And I think that was the way the travel hits, because I was freaking out so much. But, this was all part of it. And, I appreciate the family to ease me into it, by showing me all these things, Nintendo, Pokemon, Capcom. JoJo wasn't quite there yet, but so that's really cool. I really appreciated that. To be able to go to these shops and appreciate, because one big thing here in the UK, still being an anime fan and being into games, it still feels weird. It still feels like it's something no one talks about, and I don't really have people to talk about it with it. About these things I'm passionate about, but additionally, it's nice to see it normalised there. You can just go to a shop with it all. I think in London we got 2 shops which specialise. So to see a lot of these big brands there, I wish we had that in the UK. I wish we had it in the UK, So that really was healing. We went to this, then we went on the train again to this temple, and I can't remember the name of the temple. I wish I could, but I remember it quite vividly, and this was like a real big part of the day. Was walking through, we get off the train, walk through all these stalls, and it all leads up to this beautiful temple, and I love it. You know, I didn't think I'd enjoy temples or castles as much as I thought I would, but I love them. I love them. It's some really cool part of Japan that I really, really loved, you know. And, you know, some of the temples were so cool. And this one stood out to me as well, you know, maybe because of it being in Tokyo, maybe because it was that impact of it all. But yeah, I ended up kind of like spending time there, and that was a beautiful, beautiful temple. Like, and it was the whole build up. Like, you get the gate, and then you walk through, and there's all these stalls, and they're really cool stalls, and yeah, I like that. And then we lead up to this giant temple, and that was so cool. And the one thing I love about these temples, they're so big and grand, but there's so many meticulous little details, and it's so beautifully painted, so much. And there's a few little ones. Here's the Peace Pagoda. We didn't get near the Peace Pagoda, but it was there, and it was super cool. But we ended up spending a lot of time there, you know, because it was so stunning, you know, and you can see from all the videos and pictures how beautiful it really was, you know. I loved that. I loved it so much, and it was so cool to be seeing these things that I'd never seen before. And this was in the middle of Tokyo, so it was like amazing. We come from one of the busy, modern, you know, lots of shops, to somewhere which was very temple-esque. I'm making up words now, but yeah, you know, and that was so cool. Like, I really wish I could have better words to describe the experience, how I felt, but it was a while ago now. It's like nearly a month ago, unfortunately, because I'm filming this so late with a lot that's happened, lots been going on, and it was so cool to be able to do that and explore. And it really started to help build up my confidence with the whole Japan, like to start going, okay, I think I can dig this. I think I can dig this. This feels a lot more like I can do. We end up, some of it was books that I didn't really know much about. It was a tea ceremony. So about a 5-minute walk away from the temple was a place where we could dress up in kimonos. And, you know, cool, you know, we get dressed up in kimono and we get to do a tea ceremony. I don't know much about tea ceremonies. I don't know much about them, but, you know, all I know is it hurt my goddamn feet and butt. So it was so uncomfy sitting down and doing the whole tea ceremony, but beautiful place. You know, the people there were fantastic, and it was nice to see what goes into the tea ceremony. I also thought it looked pretty cool in a kimono, you know, like, I realised I don't like matcha tea though, so that's kind of awkward. That's kind of difficult when that's what they're serving. You know, they give you the matcha, they give you 2 little sweets, and they tell you how to eat it and how to appreciate it, and that's really nice. But it's also a great chance to get some photos and to get to learn about something and do something I never would have done before. And that was a big theme of this holiday, from this experience and pushing me forwards, was to try do things that I'd never done before, you know. And that was so cool. We did do the Hello Kitty shop as we walked past, and we went to go and see. It was a big gold building, which is meant to look like some beer, and it has like I don't know what is next to it. Many locals call it poop. You know? But we, you know, then we go to Akihabara. There's a train shop. We was able to spend a bit of time in the train shop, which was super cool. So the train shop was super cool. I kicked the stand. So I ended up getting the Suica penguin. So I like penguins. I think we all know this, and that was a big cool thing to do. And I ended up spending a bit of time quickly doing the anime shop. So to put it in perspective, I had less than an hour and a half. I think I had about an hour to go to at least as many shops as I could. And I did the main shop, Ami Ami. I got to see the cutout of Ina from Hololive English Generation 1. So that was pretty cool. And she's obviously signed that, and that's so cool. And I was able to, what did I find in that one? I found Hololive bits. I found Quintessential Quizzombis, which is quite hilarious because it's an anime I love. But you don't expect to find these things, so, but yeah, I end up kind of like walking around, turn around, oh my God, there's all these things I love, you know. And then we go downstairs, you know, after I quickly buy these things, I was like, okay, what's the shop downstairs? And that was K-Books, and that was so much better because it had a lot more of the Uma Musume stuff that I love. You know, I've been really getting into the game, really getting into the anime, I love it all so much. And to be able to do it, you know, to see a wall with all these other people with me, that's so cool, man. You know, it's the small details, you know. It's the small details, and I love that one. That really resonated with me, you know. So I really loved that, man. But it's a shame I wasn't able to spend much time there. It was literally just an hour because we had to go back to the temple. Well, shops are closing basically. Shops are closing, and we went back to the temple at night. And to be able to explore it in the darkness was beautiful. Like, it changed the atmosphere so much. So all the stalls done, they're all shut, all good. There's not as many people, but the lighting emphasised the grandness, of these buildings. It was stunning, and it just changed the energy and atmosphere so much. Like, I was able to go and go, wow. I loved it so much, man. And we ended up exploring, and we did it with a fortune telling. We basically get this cylinder thing, shake it, pull out a stick, check the stick's number, check the number to the box, open the box, and you get a bit of paper. And I got good fortune, so yeah, it's good. I think it lies. I think I've got better fortune than it says. I think I've got a lot of awesome things coming up ahead. So, but we saw a dog in the pram. That's hilarious. But it was so nice to hit it hit me so hard. And we did Starbucks, and Starbucks, I had a bit of Starbucks addiction. I think it's being part, so westernized. It's nice to kind of have these, normal security things. But it was such a great experience, and that was day one of a 14-day holiday, and that really helped me adapt and go, oh wow, there's a lot to this. There's so much goodness to this. I'm so happy. I love this, So I loved it, and I really got into it so much, I'm well happy, and I really missed that, which we're going to spend more time in Tokyo because we only had one more day, and I'll tell you about that now, or in the next video. I'll tell you about it next video.